Hello students, today's concept, how to return more than one value from a function. In general, without pointers concept, it is not possible to return more than one value from a function. A function is capable to return only one value at a time, but with the help of pointers, it is possible to return more than one value. In this case, we pass address from the function. So when the address is written from the function, automatically whatever the values that are pointed by the address, the entire values are written from the function. Okay? Now observe this example. Here, return type is placed as int asterisk and name of the function is sort of. Now int asterisk comma 8. Now here, now x of 5 is an array initialized with 5 elements. Now before sorting, first we are printing the elements of x. Now function call is sort of x comma 5. Now it is assigned to the variable k. Now k is a pointer variable. That means address is assigned to k. Now after sorting the elements, now we are printing the elements with the help of k. Now the function implementation int asterisk sort of int asterisk p comma into n. Here we place sorting logic. Now this one sorting logic for I equivalent to 0, I less than or equivalent to n minus 2, I plus plus. For j equivalent to I plus 1, j less than or equivalent to n minus 1, j plus plus. Now we compare two consecutive elements like asterisk of p plus I is greater than asterisk of p plus j. If it is true, now interchange asterisk of p plus I element and asterisk of p plus j element like temp equivalent to asterisk of p plus I, asterisk of p plus I equivalent to asterisk of p plus j, asterisk of p plus j equivalent to temp. In such a way, elements are placed in sorted order. Now finally, we are returning p. Now p is a pointer variable. So when we return p, that means address is written from the function. Now this address is stored in k. So k points to address of the specific location. Hence, after sorting, when we print the elements, now elements are available in sorted order as 11, 33, 55, 77 and 88. In such a way, it is possible to return more than one value from a function. The next concept, pointer to pointer. Now pointer to pointer is also known as multiple in direction. The first one, when we observe pointer to variable, a pointer variable holds address of an ordinary variable is known as pointer to variable. Here there is a link from pointer variable to ordinary variable. Now pointer to pointer. Now this one, a pointer variable which holds address of another pointer variable is known as pointer to pointer. A pointer variable that holds address of another pointer variable is known as pointer to pointer. So whenever we extend level of reference, then we add an extra asterisk symbol. So whenever a level is changed, we add an extra asterisk symbol. See this example, int x, comma, asterisk p, comma, asterisk, asterisk q. Here, x is an ordinary variable. P is a pointer to variable. And q is a pointer to pointer. Now this one, x equivalent to 10. Now p equivalent to ampersand x. Since p is capable to hold address of an ordinary variable. Now q equivalent to ampersand p. Here q is capable to hold address of a pointer variable. Now this one diagrammatic representation. Now x holds 10. Now p holds address of x. Hence p indirectly points to x. Q holds address of p. Now q points to p, which indirectly points to x. Now the value of x is capable to access with the help of x, p and q. In such a way, if we add number of levels, at each level we add an extra asterisk symbol. Let us program int a equivalent to 10, comma, asterisk p, comma, asterisk, asterisk q. Now p equivalent to ampersand a, q equivalent to ampersand p. Now we are printing a value with the help of p and q. So value with p, asterisk p, value with q, asterisk, asterisk q. This concept, pointer to pointer. Next concept, pointer to function. It is also possible to establish a link from pointer to function. This is an important point. In C language, everything has some address except register variables. Why? Because for register variables, memory is allocated inside the register unit. So in register unit, there is no concept of addresses. Hence, except register variable, for each and every one, it has some address. Now, how to access those addresses? For this one, in case of functions also, it has some address. Here, the importance of the address of a function is, whenever the function is called, now control enters into the function with the help of its address. So after completion of its implementation, again it returns back to the function call based on its address. Hence, address plays an important role in case of functions also. Now, to display the address of any function in general, directly use the name of the function. Is a basic key point to access the address of a function. Now observe this example. Now this program shows the way of accessing address of library functions. Now this one, address of printf function. Address is always an unsigned integer. Here place the name of the function. So simply printf. Now address of scanf function. Scanf. Address of CLR SCR function. Simply name of the function CLR SCR. So here the key point is place the name of the function. It's a simple thing. It shows address. So in the same format, how to display address of user defined functions. Again the same format. Here we declare one user defined function void show. Now show is the name of the function. Now show, when we place this name, now it accesses its address. So address of the function show. Okay. Simply for calling, here we place some statement like function call. But here important point, how to access address. Okay. So here key point is name of the function is address. So finally, when this name is assigned to a pointer variable, automatically there is a link from pointer to function. Now with the help of pointer, it is also possible to access the function. Now observe this format. So the address of the function can also be assigned to a pointer variable. For this, we need to declare a pointer variable in terms of pointer to function. For this, use the syntax in this format, data type, now within parenthesis, asterisk ptr variable, followed by empty parenthesis. This empty parenthesis indicates that here ptr variable is a pointer variable to function format. It's a pointer variable to function format. Okay. Now observe this example. Int show of int comma int. Now main function. Here we declare one pointer to function format. Now x equivalent to 10 ordinary value, y equivalent to 20 ordinary value. Now p equivalent to show. Here address of show is stored in p. Now with the help of pointer, it is possible to invoke show function. Now it's one function call z equivalent to within parenthesis asterisk p, followed by within parenthesis the arguments are x comma y. Now when this function call arises, now control enters into function definition with the help of p. Now here operations are implemented. Now it returns a plus b value and this value is assigned to z. Now we are printing result value. So this one pointer to function. The last one, a simple concept, variable length arrays. Listen students, in previous versions of C language, array dimension must be represented in terms of a constant representation like x of 10, x of 100, x of 1000 and so on. But in later versions, array dimension can be represented with any valid expressions. It was introduced in C99 version. Here, array dimension can also be specified with a valid expression so that the expression value is possible to pass at runtime. Such a representation is known as variable length array. Now this format is suitable to save lot of memory. When we define the array dimension, initially assume this one 100 or 1000, but we are not using the total memory, so that lot of memory will be wasted. So if we use this type of format, it is possible to save lot of memory. Let us example, this one void show of int k. Now k value is submitted at runtime. Now within the function, now we are allocating memory for the array. Now this one int arr of k. Now based on k value, only sufficient amount of memory is allocated. If k value is 5, now only 5 locations are allocated. If k value is 10, only 10 locations are allocated and so on. In such a way, it is possible to save lot of memory. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.